ASMR video. I don't really know what these are or why they're even enjoyable, but there's really no way to make a Google Sheets video and have it be somewhat enjoyable. So I'm just gonna roll my intro. Just roll the intro. I'm gonna eat these chips. It's the very bottom of the bag, so sorry, it's a little loud. I really need to get a new bag, but these are the weirdest things ever. Shut up my mouth. No, I shouldn't do that. What we're doing is we're going to make a bag report, and it's going to require certain pieces of information. On here is just kind of a thing. So you're going to get a rubric, and you have a rubric on how you're going to do this, and I'm going to walk through a couple things that you need to make sure that you have. Okay. The first thing is accuracy of grades, which means you need to put your grades in. And if you look at the screen, so you have to have your classes, and what are your classes? So math. You need your letter grade. So you need your letter grade value. And you need your percentage. Okay? So letter grade and percentage. So if this is a B, this needs to be like 85 or something. Okay, if math is or science, you have a C, then put it down. Okay, that's what accuracy of grades is. In that, you can also do conditional formatting, which we'll talk about in just a bit, or you can do a GPA calculator. Okay, but it says on the rubric, you either have it or you don't. Grades are up to date, both percentage and letter grades. Okay, so you need percentage and letter grades with your bag report. And now, one of my favorite sounds, clay poker chips. So clay poker chips. This sounds awesome. My gain is so high. Oh. This means that I'm currently winning, usually. I don't ever bet for money, though. That's a good sound. I feel like I hear someone upstairs. That might be true. But, oh yeah, what a good sound. Excellent. The second thing that you need to know how to do on sheets and for your bag report is you need to have multiple tabs that look the same. That's organization, okay? So organization's able to find everything that is needed, dates included, and things that can be added later. The best way to do that is with multiple tabs, okay? So if you look at the sheet, there's a thing that says sheet 1. Wow. There's also right next to it this little plus icon. It says add sheet, so we're going to do that. So today's February 4th. And so what I would suggest you do is you do rename every sheet the dates. So week of 2/4 through, 2/9. And they'll tell me that's where those grades are for that time. Okay? And let's say that this is what we have so far, and this is the framework that we're using. The organization means that it needs to look identical on the next side because you want it to be uniform for you. You want it to be easy for you. So what you do is you do this a couple ways. You can click the whole columns and then push shift with an FT. And then use the arrow keys to go over, and then Control C copies. And then I can just go to sheet 2, and then Control V pastes. Unless you're on a Mac at school, then it's Command. But it needs to be in a way that you guys can get information in on a regular weekly basis and add it to your back report, because you're going to be showing people this near the end. Also, with the organization, you may want to look better than this does currently. You may want to stretch things out a little bit. So if you don't like these here, again, every time you want to highlight more than one, you hold Shift, move over the arrow keys, Command X cuts it, and then you can move it wherever you want, and then, or Control X cuts it, and then Control V pastes it, and it will move. But if you do it to one, you gotta do it to the other. Control X, Control V. There you go. Now, before we move on, there's a couple commands that you're gonna want to know when it comes to your Chromebook. That like little shortcuts that some of you know, some of you don't. The three main ones are copy, paste, and cut. So cut, copy, paste. Cut and copy are a little bit different. Copy literally just copies it over. So if I were to copy this right now, so I go Command or Control C, that's copy. Move it to where I want. Control V, pastes it, and it literally does the same. I don't want that. But if I want to highlight the whole thing, Control X, if I just want to move it, Control V, it'll move it. And then the other thing that you need to know is undo. You can either hit the arrow up here, or Control Z, as in Zach, or zebra. I know it sounds like an S, but Z. That's something that will really, really, really help you. I need to come up with something new to do, and since I'm a game board aholic, I have dice that are 0, 1, and 2. That was a terrible roll. Let's try again. That was much better. I could do more. You guys really watch these things? They make no sense. This is the creepiest thing I've ever heard, and I'm the one doing it. Who wants to hear whispers in their ears? No one. Not a person. The next thing on the rubric is the reflection of the week. Now, you're not going to want to write it in just one of these tiny little boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to merge cells. So each one of these little tiny boxes is a cell, and we're going to merge them together to make one super one. So I can do something like this, where it's like reflection. And then next to it, I just take a little bit of space, whatever I want. Let's say I want all that. There's this thing right here. It says merge cells. When you do that, it'll make a supercell. Whoa. And then with that, click that cell. You're going to want to text wrap it so it doesn't go, and it'll make like a little paragraph format. So again, take wherever you want, hold shift, use the arrow keys. You can go up and down. And then you're going to merge cells right there. Click it. And now this is one cell. So if I went from here to here, it goes the whole thing. And you want that cell to text wrap. So that cell's right there. You want to text wrap. That's where you go for that right here. And text wrap. If you do that one, it overflows and just keeps on going. Do that one. I don't know what that one does, to be honest. And then this one, wrapped it. So that's what you do. Find a 2. Number 2. That's it. And as always, one of the best sounds that I know of, shaving. crazy right now. I think that's good for now. I wonder how it looks. Nice. Patchy, just the way I like it. Okay, the next thing that needs to be in your paragraph report is the conditional formatting. Now, conditional formatting takes a few more steps, so you do need to look at this part. So I'm going to put a couple of things here. So history and what am I missing? English. Okay, let's say this is an A. That's not an A. And this is an F. Okay, F55 and I don't know, a 91. So what you can do here is, if I highlight these, and then there's this format button up top, I click format. Conditional formatting is right there. So you need to click it third from the bottom. And it's going to tell you a rule. So it's going to say this strange rule. So cell is not empty, it will turn it green. So if the cell is not empty, this will turn green, but that's not what we want. We want if cell, and it will come up with all these things. We're just going to do passing and failing it for right now is greater than the value of 60. Actually 59. Not that. 59. This cell will turn green. Okay. This cell will turn green. And then we're going to add another rule because we still have the F's. If it is less than 60, it turns the color of red. Okay, and then you push done. So let's say we change this. So I'm going to paste this over here. Even on a different sheet. Doesn't really matter. So let's change this to like you did it bad on a test or something. And you have a 58 now. It'll change the color with it. That is conditional formatting. So again, we'll go back here. How you conditionally format is you highlight the section. I suggest the numerical grades. And then you format. Go to format. Conditional formatting at the bottom. And then you add rules. So if I, again, add a new rule. If the cell is greater than or equal to a 60, I can make that a green because that's passing, which we can make it different colors too. I'm going to add another rule. If it is less than or equal to 59, then it turns red. And that is conditional formatting. You can do that with a lot of things. If you look at all the things you can conditionally format with the rules, format cells if it's empty, not empty. The text contains, does not contain, text starts with, ends with, text is exactly. The date is before, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, custom formats that you put in. The possibilities are endless, but it's you that has to do it. Cutting paper is supposed to be a good one, so I'm gonna cut these index cards. This is the weirdest thing ever. Why do you watch these? The next thing is calculations. Now this one is a little bit more difficult, and for full transparency purposes, I looked these up on how to do because I don't know them. Okay, I can show you a couple simple ones just because I've learned them. And that's what one that we're gonna do right now. So right now, let's do, I don't know, missing assignments, right? I'm missing 1 here, 2 here, 6 there, and then 0 there. Okay, those are my missing assignments. And then I put at the bottom, average missing assignments, or average missing, and go to the next one. Now you have 1, 2, 6, and 0. And so what you're going to want to do, the moment you press the word equals, it will start doing a formula. So equals starts the formulas, and if you're not sure, there's formula up here too. But I'm going to do, this is in D1, right? So equals the sum. That's the sum of D1 through is a colon. So the sum of D1 through D, actually not D1, we'll do D4. D4. So because D right here, 4 right there, that's it. So the sum of, it says D4 through D7. Okay. And we're going to divide that whole thing. That's not what I want. See, even I have a hard time with it sometimes. We're going to divide this whole thing by the number of classes, which in this case is 4, equals 4. And so when I do that, I press enter, and it comes up with 2.25. That's the average number of missing assignments that I have per class. Okay? That part's a little bit harder to do. I'm going to walk through you with it in class, but again, there's a whole bunch of formulas that you can do in here. You just have to find them. Okay? So again, to start it out, equals, and then whatever you need to do, like have a sum of something, you have to figure out what you're actually looking for. So in this, I'm looking to add everything together and then divide it by the number of classes, which is the average. So from there, I can go the sum of, we'll do D4 through D7. And it'll highlight it for you as well. And then anytime you want to divide something out, you should probably put it in parentheses to make sure it's its own like number. And then you divide that by 4, because that's how many there are. And it'll come up with the same thing. So if I change this number to like a 3, it'll change that number down there. If I change it to 15, they'll change it. If I change this to a 10, it's going to change it. If I change them all to zeros, which would be the best case scenario, you have 0 missing assignments, which is awesome. So just to recap, and oh, what a good sound. That hurts my ears a little bit. I got that for my birthday. So basically, again, to recap, you are going to take the rubric and make a system that can take in different grades. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Google Sheets is difficult, but if you are able to figure it out and learn how to keep a system for yourself, that is the goal of this. It is also to like check your grades, but it's really for you to be able to like figure something out that really no one knows. I don't really know how to use it super well, but you can find out whether it's on Google or YouTube, or you can just try to play around with it. So I think we have time for one more noise, and it's not gasoline powered because I'm in the basement.
Nothing like chainsaws in the morning.
Okay guys, persevere, get through it. I know you can do it. We'll see you next time. Bye. Apparently, my wife just texted me, and these are supposed to be soothing noises.